चलो, we are discussing about some concept related to CA foundation. ठीक है, to start with, just try to understand. Everyone who attend class does not become CA. Correct? If you are attending class, it does not mean you will become CA. Understood? If you are attending, you should attend to become CA. Correct? But one fact is there, कि everyone will not become. So if your intention is to become CA, from first day you should be what? Fully concentrated in the class. Otherwise, you pass, you fail, will not affect our life. Correct now? You pass, you do not pass, it will not affect our life. Correct? It will not affect in the market. It does not count with the number of students who is passing. So you need to understand that fact from the beginning. From the beginning. I am here to give 1000%. 1000%, but you need to give 2000%. Correct? Will be very much happy, will very much love to teach you. Correct? But same effect should come from your side. I'll be very much friendly. Whatever you'll say, will do. But you should understand the gap between a teacher and what? Student. Correct? Understood? So to start with, I have asked you one question last class. I have given you 2 days time, but I know many of you have also searched, or I think you have also asked from your seniors, or you may have searched in Google Baba. You know Google Baba? Correct? It will be very much good that if you close the door. Correct. So anyone who is interested to say the meaning of acid, or I will give one more day extra, because I will only give the correct definition, but if you want one more day, okay. If you want to give answer right now, you can give me. What is the meaning of acid? Anyone? Anyone? Means whether you have searched about this or you came without searching, without researching about this. Bolo? Means you have not asked anyone what is acid? Bolna yes or no? Have you asked someone this question, what is acid? Or have you searched in Google Baba? Have you searched? So what answer you got? That you can say me now. I will say correct or wrong. Try. You need to try. Bolo. Any property, any company own. Means you are saying any owned asset become asset. Any owned resource become asset. I think you have done one example. I don't know whether that example was given to you or not. But normally in CA Foundation, teacher give that type of example. Leased asset. Have you heard about leased asset? So leased asset is also an asset, but that is never owned. It means without ownership, a resource can become an asset. Correct? Means ownership is not the only criteria. So that definition also went wrong. From where you got the definition? Google. Means Google is 100% wrong. Correct? Means for correct knowledge you need to come to correct people. Understood? So it means you need to have faith on me. Have faith on me. I have already said in the first class. I have already said that after my class you can teach other. इतना बड़ा गारंटी कोई देता नहीं. You can teach other. I'm not saying you will pass. You can teach other accounts. Even you can teach teacher. Understood? That much guarantee I'm giving. But you need to have what calm eagerness to learn from me. Then you see what I'm doing. Correct? Anyone want to participate? something which enable business cash future benefit. That something is what? Asset na. So that example last day also I have given कि I am using this building. This building I have taken on rent. This camera हो सकता है, this camera also I have taken on rent. It might be a possible situation. But this camera is also will be used for generating some cash in terms of what? Tuition fees or any other type of revenue. That this camera does not become my asset. Correct now. So I think from where you got this definition? From which notes? Your 100% wrong. I will say Maha Bakwas definition. Hey, please. No, respect every teacher. Please. No type of words. I'm not saying anything about it, but I'm saying definition is wrong. Correct? Every teacher is good teacher. Every guru is good guru. Correct? My guru, when I was learning class 12 accounts, I got 99 in accounts of class 12. I was district topper. Then when I came to CA foundation for becoming CA, I understood I don't know anything. Because whatever has been taught to me was found there were so many mistakes. But then also I scored 99. I always go and touch his feet. Because of him I am here. Respect all guru. Correct? Understood? Yes. Once you start respecting, then only others will respect you. Otherwise you will not get respect from anyone. Correct? Yes. I am respecting you. I respect my student also. Correct? But anyone. Definition is wrong. Any other person? Same thing in the better English.
I mean, she said like some generation, but I said it converted into cash.
It can be converted into cash and cash equivalent. You have said equivalent. What is the meaning of equivalent?
I mean, it's just in the cash, selling
Cash or cash equivalent? First you become clear.
cash, sir.
Now once again say the meaning. Something which can be liquidated in cash. Means that anything which remain unsold and which
That we can sell. Property of
that why I'm saying. If it remain unsold, so whether it is not an asset. For example, I'm just giving one example. Suppose I'm teaching from last 12 years. I have a goodwill in the market, and because of that reason you are here. Correct? Some goodwill I have in the market. Means whatever income I am generating from the market is because of my goodwill, because I am taught from last 12 years. Some presence I have in the market. Correct? So now you all know goodwill is an asset, is an intangible asset. Now, whether I can sell this goodwill right now? No. At what amount? I also don't know. Means there are some assets which cannot be sold. Are you getting? Or it cannot be easily sold. Then also it is an asset. Correct now. Some asset which can be used only by me. It cannot be used by other person. For example, for my class, I required a special type of camera. And that camera cannot be used by any other business. So whether it can be sold in the market? No, no one will purchase. But then also, it is my asset. I'm just giving example. So your definition is also wrong. From where you got this definition? From where? Any book? Oh, then good. But if you thought, very good. Anyone? Any other person? No. Anyone? So three definition, 3% have tried. Clap for them first. Means if you are trying, so it means you have a eager to become CA. If you are not trying, means you are just relaxing. Are chhodna, teacher will say. No, this should not be there. If something has been asked, You should be what? Very much eager. Oh, why I don't know this? I should know this. And you should not sleep till you got the answer. But sleep. Because I will give the answer. Nothing to worry. So one more day I am giving. One more day I am giving. Okay? Correct? Understood? Chalo. Now today I will take some other point which I have felt during my inter classes. Ki some of the students have lack of knowledge of this, and because of that reason, when we teach in CA inter classes, so on the assumption that you know because you have come from CA foundation, some difficulty arises in the class. Are you getting? So basically what? The formation of journal entries. Now journal entries is one of the important aspect of accounting. If you don't know journal entries, so can I say I can't proceed only? I can't teach you. Correct. For example, simple example. If I ask you, this is sale transactions. Everyone know debtor account, debit to sales. That too you know. That you know. But suppose if you don't know this journal entry, so can I say it will be difficult for me to teach you CA inter accounts? Because I will not teach you debtor account, debit to sales. I will not teach you debtor account, debit to sales. On that assumption, I'll give you a brief description about journal entries. Now, you all know that journal entries means whenever we think about journal, correct? So we think about rules. What are the rules known as? Which rules? Golden rules, correct? Bole yes or no? Now, as per golden rules, there are three types of account. What are the three types of account? Three types of account. Actually, there are two types of accounts. Very good. Personal and impersonal. Very good. And impersonal are of two type of account. Correct? I think this only you have done. Impersonal are two type of account. Real and nominal. Correct? Understood? No doubt about this? Correct. Now, this personal, you know, real, you know, nominal, you know, rules also, you know. Can you say me the rules about personal? Debit the, credit the giver. What is the rules of real? Debit what? Credit what? And nominal means what? Debit what? Expense you are saying, na? And loss. And credit what? Income or gain. This is excitement. When you know something, so you can see the excitement will come. So this should prevail during the CA inter classes, whether this has been done by me or done in any other classes. This is what energy level. And this energy level, if you can maintain throughout your CA journey, so no one can stop you becoming CA. Correct? Understood? Yes, sir. Now, when I think debit a receiver, credit a giver, you understood the rules? Debit what comes in, credit what goes out. This I understood. Debit expenses or losses and credit all income and gain. You have understood this. Before that, I need to ask you some point. When I say real account, what does it mean? A real account means which account will come under real? Means you are saying asset and liability? He only asset. I am confused. Assets and liabilities. I am confused what you are saying. Asset or liability? Only asset? Liability will not come? Pakka? Chalo. So I am writing asset. These two you understood nominal account or you understood it will come expense or income. What is personal account? No. Personal account can be natural, artificial, that is the personal only. But whether you say, understood? I understood what you want to say. Let me say something. When we say financial statement, there are 5 items in financial statement. Items, you know, items are very important in our life. There are 5 items. First is what? Equity means capital. then asset, then liability, then income include gain. When I said income, income is inclusive of gain, and when I say expense, expense is inclusive of loss. But this is what? Capital, equity, or capital, asset, liability, income, and expense. So asset you have said, expense, income came. What is left? Capital and liability. So this include what? Bolo. Capital and once you think, then say, capital and liability. Okay. बताओ. Debtor is what? Which account? Personal account. Debtor is asset or liability? Oh my God. Something wrong na? Wrong हुआ ना? बोलो yes or no? Means something was missing in your life. Something was missing na? And you understood journal entries, you are excellent. But the basic foundation, something is missing. You said asset means what? Real account. Now you are only saying debtor is an asset and debtor is a personal account. Means you have not understood real account only. Let me say, I understand you have lot of energies right now. But let me say something. I have given you some chance na? I have given you chance or not? ऐसा तो नहीं I have not given you chance. I will give you first chance to you only. ठीक है? But once I started, let me speak. So can I say what was missing? The actual meaning you don't know. Now question arises. Debtor being an asset, that is 100% personal account. So what is real account? Now real account is an asset. He is something else. So real account means asset, but other than what? Personal account. Means any asset which are personal account cannot be real. Means only those assets which are not personal account will become what? Real account. Understood? Correct. Means if you see the balance sheet, everyone, whatever I will explain, it cannot be explained by anyone and no reference book. ठीक है ना? Understood? So you need to understand everything. The objective, the prime objective is to prepare SOPL and balance sheet. Means accounts, whatever we are doing in accounting, recording, then classifying, then summarizing, the basic objective output is what? Balance sheet and SOPL. Means we write asset, then we write down capital and liability. These are accounting equation. Accounting equation was capital plus liability is equal to asset. And in this we write down income and expense. Means if you cannot identify which item is what, then you cannot prepare the financial statement. Means you should know that this item is income, this item is expense, this item is asset, then only we can proceed. So that identification is must. It means we need to understand the meaning of asset, liability, income, expense, equity. And normally what happen in CA foundation, the teacher don't teach the meaning of this only. For example, right now I'm asking you what is the meaning of income. I don't know whether you will give me answer or not. I will not ask. Because if you are not able to say with the meaning of asset, so income though you will not be able to say. Liability to 100% will not be able to say. Equity chhod do. Are you getting what I am saying? So I am not asking you the meaning because I will only do the meaning of this as a part of CA enter. But can I say first the identification of this, when it will become income, when it will become expense, like this. Now, these two will be always personal account. It cannot be what? Real account. It cannot be what? Nominal account. These two will be always what? Nominal account. But this asset can be what? Either real or personal. I'll give you only one simple understanding. From that you can identify anytime. Whenever it is receivable from any person, then it become personal account. Whenever what is receivable, amount is receivable from any person, then it is a personal account, otherwise it is a real account. For example, building, but when we have building, whether it is an amount receivable from any person, no, so it is what, a real account. For example, if I say goodwill, whether it is an amount receivable from any person, no, so it is what, a real account. Means if I say debtor, if I say loan given to employee, so these are the amount receivable from any person, therefore this is what, a personal account. Understood? Means only asset can be real and personal. Asset can be real and personal. Capital and liability will be always personal because they are related to person only. Capital means owner, liability means outsider person, correct? And income and expense will be always nominal. Okay? Rules you know, but then also I have added something in your life which was missing. Bole, I have added something. Bolna, yes, bol. Yes, correct. Now, you applied, you understood golden rules and you applied in all journal entry golden rules. How many of you have done modern rules? Do you know modern rules? Do you know modern rules? How many of you have done modern rules? How you know? If you have not done, so how you know? Modern rules you know? हाँ, increase decrease. You know? Everyone have done? तो बताओ. As per modern rules, what is the rule? Let me ask. So now I am saying modern rules. So those who have not done modern rules, how many have not done modern rules? Modern rules is directly for asset, liability, capital, income and expense directly. Correct? Means it hit directly what? Balance sheet item and SOPL item. Directly we start thinking from balance sheet and SOPL point of view. This real, nominal, personal, thoda sa confusion. Correct now. But what is the rule for asset? Increase will be debit. Decrease will be credit. Liability is what? Increase will be credit. Decrease will be capital is what? Income will be what? Expense increase will be. I think most of you have done that though, because I am seeing that energy. Okay. Anyone who have not done, this is the rule. This is the rule. Correct. Now let me take one simple example. You will say me the journal entry. Correct. By applying golden rules. By applying golden rules. You know the journal entry. I will ask and you will say the journal entry for bad debt. You know bad debt? Yes. What is journal entry? Bad debt account debit to debtor. Means journal entry you are expert. No doubt. Correct now. I think in this class there is no person, no student who don't know this journal entry. Bad debt to debtor, 100% correct. Now, can you express this journal entry by applying golden rules? Golden rules, yeah. Who is saying? Raise your hand, Baba. How can I find out? First, raise your hand. There should be some decorum of the class. In other classes, you used to follow this only. Anyone? Always, there should be some discipline. Otherwise, I will not be able to do. क्या करना है? बोलो. The personal account credit.
I mean, indirectly we are like
Rules.
credit the receipt.
Credit the receivable. But the debtor is receivable. The debtor is receiving something or not giving something.
Not giving something.
रुक जा.
Receiving the discount kind of thing.
Discount. Is a discount. एक बार रुक जा बेटा. रुक जा. I am coming to you. I know you know. Let him give some chance because he has raised hand. Let me conclude him now. Why you are so much? I think you don't know the rules of class only. Correct now? Now next time I will not say, I will go out of the class. Unnecessary we are wasting our time. Bull. Liability. Rules. Rules. Debit a receiver, credit a giver. You can't change the rules. So the debtor is receiving or not giving. So debtor is not a receiver. How it is credited? बेवकूफ बना गया. Where? Foundation. If someone is saying something else, you need to follow the rules. Rules ना, debit a receiver, credit a giver. Correct ना? बोलना debit a receiver, credit a giver. बताओ, this is debtor is a receiver or giver? He is not giving anything. So why you have credited? अरे कुछ भी बोलने से तो ना कुछ हो जाता है. इज गिविंग लॉस कि लॉस ले ले. ले लॉस. कुछ भी पागल बनाते हैं ना. ना हो गया. यू अंडरस्टूड समथिंग वांट टू से? कंक्लूडेड? सर बाबा, golden rules. I am asking golden rules going to modern rules.
Golden rules say that to decrease an asset.
Golden rules. Golden rules where it is said decrease the asset.
To decrease an asset. Which
Golden rules. Golden is gold. This is golden rules.
golden rules.
Golden.
Golden.
Ha, golden. Where is the decrease in asset? That is the modern rules. I am asking golden rules. You are explaining me modern rules? Golden rules. कुछ बोलना? Here. Oh, you are saying something. Anyone want to say? One more example. Jana entry, you know. I am not saying about Jana entries. I am saying about rectification of that Jana entry. Correct? Now one more. Do you know sales return? Sales return. What is Jana entry? क्या बोला? Sales return account debit to what? Sales. Sales return sales. What? Debtor. Apply golden rules. बताओ. Sales return is debited by. रुक जाओ. Raise your hand. Raise your hand. I know you know. You will say? You say.
Sales returns are the goods we have sold back to debit. Goods are
Which rules you are applying? I am not understanding. Real account. Sales return is real account. So you are asking. Means we are not able to identify this is which account. Real account means it will come in the balance sheet. It will go where? Trading account. Trading account means PL. PL में क्या आता है? देखो चेक करो. Income and expense. You are saying real. Understand something is missing or not? बोलना रे. बोलना please बोल. बोलना रे. अरे बोलना. देखो, I am identifying the missing part and you are not So sales return which account? हाँ पर्सनल मेरे को तो नलायक. Now one thing, doubt arises or not. Journal entry you know, but you are not able to understand how this journal entry means. You have been given journal entry and you have understood debit credit, and why you are saying this journal entry, because 11 12 CPT this journal entry was given to you, it comes within your stomach, it is coming outside. Right now I'll give you one transaction which is new and you will not be able to form because there is a new transaction, and if you are not able to form it means you don't know journal entries. Now in IPCC inter, will I teach you the formation of journal entry? Will I teach you the formation of journal? No, that was a CA foundation. And if you don't know the formation of journal entry, so can I say it will be very difficult to understand CA inter, and in CA inter student will fail. So why student fail? Not because of ICI, because of what mistake you have done in CA foundation. CA foundation you passed, it does not mean you know everything. It means something was missing in your life, and that ICI know. That ICI know what is missing, and they will ask that point only. Are you getting what I am saying? Therefore, golden rules is one of the bakwas rules. Delete this thing from your life. Now in CA inter, no golden rules. No golden rules. It is what I will say not a scientific proved rule. Means all the transaction cannot be recorded through what? Golden rules. Understood? I don't know whether your teacher has informed you about this or not. I don't know whether the teacher has informed you. You don't use golden rules. However, ICI follow what? Modern rules. ICI in CA foundation say all journal entries should be done with what? Modern rules. Means ICI is also following what? Modern rules. And in CA inter also will follow what? Modern rules. Means from your life delete what? Golden rules. Now in CA inter, CA final, no golden rules, but you should not forget it. I said delete. Now journal entry should not be done from the point of golden rules, but somebody asks you what is real account, you have to answer because you are a chartered accountant. You can't say I have deleted it permanently from our life. No. Because you are CA, you are chartered accountant, you need to know everything. This is wrong rules, not correct rules, not scientific proved rules. Understood? So now all the transactions will be recorded through what? Modern rules. Now you can say modern rules में बताओ bad debt. The bad debt is a loss की income, expense की income. Expense increases what? And because debtor is not paying, the debtor is decreasing. Decrease in asset is what? Created. Rules. Correct now. But the sales return is what? Decrease in income. It is decrease in income because you have sold, now the goods are returned. So it is decrease in income. Bole yes or no? Yes. So sales is increase in income and sales return is decrease in income. The decrease in income will be what? Debited. And debtor. But with that return, whether it is increase in debtor or decrease in debtor? Decrease in debtor. Therefore credited. Means now all transaction whatever I will do, you need to apply which rules? Means this talk should not be forgotten. And very simple. Can I say this is more bakwa? Debit the receiver, credit. Debit what comes? Are kya hai? Lot of confusion is there. Lot of confusion. Bolna yes or no? Yes, simple. Asset increase what? Bolo na. Asset increase what? Decrease what? Liability increase what? Decrease what? Capital increase what? Decrease what? Income increase what? Huh? Credit decrease what? Expense increase what? Decrease what? So why only this rule? Now this question, you are not supposed to leave me, huh? Because you need to learn everything. Now why? So why increase in asset debited? Why not credited? This should be asked or not? You are not supposed to leave any teacher who is sitting यहाँ पर. You are going to ask many questions, huh? You are not going to leave any teacher. And if you leave, I will leave you. Correct? You are not supposed to leave me or any other teacher. We all are expert. Will answer. But you need to ask. Even in my class, if you are not asking, I will only answer. Correct? Means everyone listen. Means why sir? पूछो why sir? तो मजा आ रहा है ना? अभी till now we have not started seeing it. Now asset liability. This one thing you know, but the asset will have which balance? Debit balance. Always. Always. Liability will have which balance? Always. Capital? Which balance? Credit balance. Always. Correct. Income? Income which balance? It does not have balance because it is automatically closed. But before closing it has what? Means normally income does not, the balance will not be carry forward because income account is closed by transfer to PL account. Correct? But before closing income has which balance? Credit balance. And expense? So rules derived from this. Rules has been derived from this. Correct? Ki asset is always have a debit balance. Means increase will be what? Debited. Decrease will be what? Credited. Liability increase will be what? Bolo na. Liability increase will be what? Means rules has been derived from this. So why asset will have debit balance? Why? Now, it means one accounting equation you have done. Ki asset is equal to what? Capital plus liability. Everything is based on this equation. Entire accounting revolve around this. Actually, this is wrong equation. But in CPD, I also teach this. Because ICA has given one of the equation like this. But correct equation is asset is equal to equity plus liability. Means equity and capital are different. Equity and capital are different. Capital means whatever contributed by owner. Whatever contributed by owner. Correct? But equity means capital plus profit. Whatever profit earned is also transferred to capital account, that become equity. Correct? So when we say capital, capital means only contribution from whom? Owner. When we add profit, it become what? Equity. Means equity is a wider term. That also belong to owner. But that is over and above capital introduced. Capital introduced. So equity is the correct term, but it is interchangeably used. Interchangeably used. When you will go to, I think you have done balance sheet format for companies. CA Foundation, I think it is there, na? Not balance sheet format. Format only format. Format. If format is there or not? पढ़ाया नहीं पढ़ाया छोड़ो. ठीक है ना? तो in those you have done, बताओ it is written asset, capital plus liability की equity and liability. Means format भी बोलता है it is equity and liability, not capital and liability. Means the correct term is what? Equity, not capital. So can equity is a wider term? Means I will say now use what? Asset is equal to equity plus liability. Correct? Now what is equity that you have understood? Asset is equal to capital plus profit. I am saying profit, but it may be loss also. Profit or loss. It can be loss. So capital minus loss will be equity. Correct? But let us assume there is a profit only. This become what? Accounting equation. Can you see this is nothing but asset is equal to capital plus income minus expense. Bolo yes or no? Yes. These are the 5 items. Understood? Means can I write down asset plus expense is equal to capital plus income plus liability? Correct. Understood? Means this is the accounting equation. किसी ने बताया? This thing? बोलो. So actually the ultimate equation is this. Which entire rules has been developed. Now this will be always debit balance and this will, will have credit balance. Correct? Means when accounting was developed for the first time, I think you know the father of accounting. Lucas Pacioli. He is the father of accounting. So when accounting was developed for the first time in the entire world, so the founder, yeah, father of accounting, has given this side a name debit, this side a name credit. They have decided that this will have debit balance, this will have credit balance. Are you getting? Means there is no logic behind this, but they need to give some balance name. Bola, this will be debit balance, this will be credit. Means he can also think about like this, credit and debit, then our rule should be this. But he has given what? Debit and credit. And debit and credit are two side of accounting. Two side of account, sorry, account. Means they said one account means T-shape format. This will be what? Debit, this will be credit. Because they have given two side of an account, so they need to find out some balance will come yahan par, some balance will come yahan par, and therefore they have decided asset and expense will always have debit balance and capital income liability will always have credit balance. This is a rule, and the rule we need to follow. For example, there is a signal rules, traffic rules. Rules na. When there is a red, what you do? You don't stop. Huh? But we need to stop or not. Green means what? Why green means go? Because this is a rule given by the architect of that rules. So the architect means who designed that rules. Correct now. So this was designed by some person who has given this need to be done. Therefore, it becomes debit balance and credit balance. Understood? This is the. I think now you have understood what I am saying. Are you able to understand? Correct? He asset expense one side. Correct? And capital income liability one side. Therefore, you can see for capital income liabilities the rules is same. And for asset and expense rule is same. Understood the logic? Logic understood? Logic I have derived from rules. Correct? This you understood. So I have given you thoda sa the only the brief description about journal entries. Of course, I will not take any examples here, but you have done many journal entries. You know journal entries, but only one suggestion. Now, whenever you do journal entries, think about which rules? Modern rules. That is the only suggestion. हाँ, नाम क्या है? हाँ, आयुष, ठीक है ना? बड़ा अच्छा लग रहा है. Today you are looking smart actually. So I am only looking into you. ठीक है ना? चलो. Now, done. Now, coming to some other points. Okay. Acha, before I start something, if you have any doubt in CA foundation, you want to clear that doubt, I am also happy to clear that doubt, but it should be such a type of point which I will not take in CA intermediate. Bolo, any type of doubt? Before that, I start something. Bolo. No? Can I start? Depreciation. Depreciation was one chapter. Correct? However, I will do also depreciation as per AS 10. Means I will teach you. Means I am not teaching you which method, what method, that I am not teaching you. Correct? You know SLM, you know RBM, you know many method. पता नहीं क्या क्या किया आपने तो. You have done sinking fund method. निकाल दिया. अच्छा, thank you very much. The annuity method. हाँ, चलो ठीक है. Very good. Now I am talking about what is the accounting treatment of depreciation. What is the entry for depreciation? Depreciation account debit to asset. You have said this. Which asset? It will be what? Fixed asset. Fixed asset now. So what are fixed asset? It will be what? Tangible fixed assets, intangible assets. ऐसे ना? Correct ना? Only fixed assets, na? Correct. Now, these tangible fixed assets are known as PPE. Now, due to AS10, AS10 says it is property, plant and equipment. I don't know whether you have done or not, but now we'll not call it fixed assets. Now the term fixed asset has been removed from the company's books of account. So now we'll call it PP and intangible asset. PP means what? Property, plant and equipment. Property, plant and equipment. Because the name fixed asset was only wrong. The asset which is fixed. Means car is not a fixed asset. It is not fixed, na? Are bolna re. What definition has been given about fixed asset to you? Which is fixed. So what? No definition only given, sir. छोड़ दो, example only given. ठीक है. So that word was wrong, therefore has been deleted. So now we'll call it property, plant and equipment. An intangible asset. An intangible asset. So normally we depreciate these two assets. Normally we depreciate these two assets. We never depreciate stock. Stock means inventory. Inventory is also asset because it is coming in the asset side of the balance sheet. So inventory is also asset. PP is also an asset. Intangible asset is also an asset. Now what is intangible asset? What is PP? What is inventory? All I will do under respective accounting standard means I will give you entire definition of each item. Correct? Now this entry may anything wrong? Acha. Do you know about one account? I don't know. I think your teacher might have given accumulated depreciation account. Accumulated depreciation account.
Yes, sir.
Or I think sometimes we also call it provision for depreciation account. How many of you have how many of you know this account name? Means you know this account name, accumulated depreciation, provision for I think in CA foundation it is there. If you don't know, I will say then you have not done depreciation chapter only. You have done, bolna re. Now you are not saying because you think you know that I will ask question. Now छोड़ दो. अच्छा. So you said depreciation account debit to asset. So what is this? Understood the question? I think this is also one account. Account. बोलना yes or no? So if you say depreciation account debit to asset, so what is this account? When you will use this account? Raise your hand. Raise your hand. You may be correct. You may be correct. बोलना. Anticipated means what is this? भाई तो मैं पूछ रहा हूँ. What loss? Which loss? Mean depreciation and these are different. The same. अरे भाई which loss? तो depreciation ना. तो where is the provision for depreciation account? Means either this is wrong or what you are saying I also don't know. Means something is missing. Something is missing or not? Yes, sir. Okay, na? Don't worry, you are at right place now. Shh, 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 shh. You pass your foundation, you are a very good student. Na? Correct. Now, means, listen, because this is very important, will be used in CA Enter. In CA Enter, don't ask me why. This is a part of CA foundation. Now, when I teach CA Enter, I give this journal entry. So then I need to once again teach what? CA foundation. So I am teaching you right now. Okay? So I will save some time in CA Enter. There are two ways of accounting treatment of depreciation. Means there are two alternative accounting treatment of depreciation. One is known as when asset. Which asset? Fixed asset. Whenever I say depreciation means fixed asset, now we call it what? Property, plant and equipment and intangible asset. When assets are maintained are maintained at cost price. This is one approach. And when assets are maintained, बताओ at what? मार्केट वैल्यू. कुछ भी बोलते हो, बोलना है. मेंटेन एट व्हाट? हाँ, रिटर्न डाउन वैल्यू. हु सेड? वेरी गुड. एट WDB. कुछ तो करेक्ट आ रहा है. एट WDB. व्हाट इज WDB? अरे बाबा, that to everyone knows. What is written down value? Cost minus depreciation. Which depreciation? Current year or what? All the previous year. That is accumulated depreciation. Oh, अच्छा, ये बात. Understood. That is accumulated depreciation. Means cost minus what? Accumulated depreciation is equal to what? WDB. Oh. Understood? So when assets are maintained at WDB, whether we are using SLM method or WDB method of depreciation. Understood what I am saying? My question you understood? You know WDB method? That is nothing but RBM. RBM is reducing balance method. You use what name has been given to you? WDB method or RBM? Both given, na? I think normally both are given. Because ICI also use both. Means I know ICI. I am the member of ICI, na? And you will become member of ICI. अब बोलना yes or no? Yes. Now assets are maintained WDB. It means we are depreciating the asset by using SLM ki WDB method. Both method. Very good. Excellent. Excellent. Means I am not teaching you SLM or RBM. Already I have said. I am teaching you accounting of what? Depreciation. So whenever it is maintained cost, then journal entry is what? Depreciation account debit to accumulated depreciation. Oh, अच्छा. This journal entry was missing from your life. बोलो yes or no? Correct or not? And this is CA foundation. There is no depreciation accounting in CA Inter. CA Inter में we don't teach depreciation accounting. That already done in CA foundation. Correct now? And there is one what? WDB maintenance. That time we do depreciation account debit to what? Asset. Correct? Means, for example, if the cost price of the asset is 1 lakh, everyone listen. Useful life is 10 years. So what is that annual depreciation? 10,000. Okay. So under this, my journal entry what? 10,000 and 10,000. And this also what? 10,000 and 10,000. But if we are using what? Accumulated depreciation account, so can you say asset is maintained at cost only? Means asset account remain unaffected. Means there are two account, asset account and accumulated depreciation account. Correct? Means in your balance sheet, but the asset will come how much? Asset will come how much? 1 lakh. And accumulated depreciation how much? So accumulated depreciation. AD means what? Accumulated depreciation how much? 10,000. And outside means outer column what we write down? 90,000. Means 90,000 is what? WDB. Asset, this is what? Cost price. And is the total depreciation charge till date. Means there are two accounts. One is asset account, one is accumulated depreciation account. Both are maintained now. But in balance sheet, in the total column, is the column, outer column, we are writing what? WDB only. We are writing WDB. Understood? But in this method, what happened? We are writing asset, how much? Directly what? 90,000. Correct? Understood. Both are giving same answer or not? Both are giving same answer. Your balance sheet total remain same. Either you are using cost method wala accounting or WDB method wala accounting. But in that case, what happen? Your asset is coming at reduced price, and in this asset is coming at cost price. Cost price. What do you think? What is more appropriate method? The first one ki second one? First one ki second one? First one ki second? बोलो ना. First one. Second one, first one. But first one, this is more appropriate. This is bakwa. And what have been done? What have been given to you? Bakwas. Means in IPCC, normally we'll be using this until an examination question is using this. Means we need to be smart enough to understand what question is asking. You need to understand from the balance sheet what type of journal entry they are asking. Can I say now you can understand? Whenever accumulated depreciation is coming in the balance sheet, it means what? First method, second method. And when accumulated depreciation is not coming in the balance sheet, it means what? Bolo. Second method. Means from exam point we can understand from the balance sheet which method they are using. Means from examination point of both, but once you become CA, we never use this because our AS10 which is coming soon, because this need to be said in what CA foundation only, AS10 says this only. Correct? Understood. Because both method will be used from examination point of view, therefore I am not cutting it from, because I am teaching from exam point of view na. But golden rules to have said देखो देखना ही मत. Correct? But here ठीक है, exam is also important, so from exam point of view both. But now you need to understand when first, when second. Whenever accumulated depreciation account is coming in the balance sheet, first method. Whenever accumulated depreciation account is not coming in the balance sheet, means what? Second method. Understood? Correct. I think you have understood. Any doubt? Provision for depreciation name is bakwas. Always will use which name? Accumulated depreciation. Correct? Means provision. This is not anticipated loss. Whatever you are saying, that was wrong. Why? Because you have been given a name provision for depreciation. So batao, this is anticipation of expected loss or current year loss? There is no anticipation. Depreciation is current year loss na. Current year expenses. So there is no anticipation here. Therefore, provision for depreciation is also wrong name. The correct name is accumulated depreciation. And I think your teacher, if they have used accumulated depreciation only. I don't know in CA Foundation they are using provision for depreciation or not. Provision for depreciation or not. Mata Rani. Okay na? Want tea? Okay. I make tea also. Marriage na? Married. Understood? Chala. Understood? Correct. Have you understood depreciation wala point? Any doubt? So batao, what is journal entry for depreciation? Depreciation to accumulated depreciation. What is the second journal entry? Depreciation to asset. Batao, which account will be transferred to PL? Depreciation ki accumulated depreciation? Which account will be transferred to PL? Depreciation ki accumulated depreciation? Depreciation will be transferred to PL. Means depreciation is a nominal account. Accumulated depreciation is not a nominal account. Accumulated depreciation represent decrease in the value of asset. So any decrease in asset will be accumulated depreciation represent decrease in asset. So any decrease in asset will be created. Therefore, accumulated depreciation has been created. Understood which rule? Modern rules. Understood this point? Yes, sir. Correct. This also you have understood. Doubt? Pucho. That two reason I have given a good. You are asking question. I am happy. ठीक है. Now, what she is asking is a two depreciation account. This is the only doubt now. These are not two depreciation account. Right now I have said depreciation is nominal account. Accumulated depreciation is not a nominal account. Means depreciation represent expense of current year. Accumulated depreciation record what total depreciation till date. So accumulated depreciation not an expense of current year. This represent decrease in asset because of what depreciation throughout the useful life. Correct now. I don't want to go to the depreciation chapter right now. Correct now. Understood? So this accumulated depreciation represent total depreciation till date, that represent decrease in the asset. Decrease in asset is debited or credited? Credited. Therefore accumulated depreciation account has been credited. Understood now? Correct. Yes, sir. Now depreciation also you have understood. Can I conclude you have understood? Yes, sir. Thank you very much. Now, second point. I am not asking what is depreciation because that I will do where? In C enter. Okay. I am not going to that chapter. I am not going to SLM RBM because that I will do where? In C enter. Okay. Now, there is one more transaction which I found that students that are used in many chapters of IPCC, and I struggled in CA enter because many students do not know the correct accounting of that. Therefore, I need to go to CA foundation first, teach that, then come back to what? CA enter once again. One is abnormal loss. Have you heard about this? Yes. Correct. And normal loss. However, every teacher in CA foundation teach this because of consignment chapter. Correct na? Correct na? Because of consignment chapter. But abhi, right now I am not teaching you consignment chapter. I am asking only abnormal loss and normal loss. So my concentration is an abnormal loss and normal loss. Correct? Bata. What is the journal entry for abnormal loss? Consignment chapter not. Normal. In trading PL, what journal entry? I am not teaching consignment chapter, therefore I am not asking the journal entry of consignment chapter because that you know I know. One by one ना. बोल. पहली बार कुछ बोला तूने. बोल ना. Abnormal loss to PL. Anyone want to give any other answer? कि जिसको लॉक करे. लॉक कर दे. पक्का. बताओ. PL will be credited with expense की loss. PL will be credited with expense की loss. So income ना. So this abnormal loss is what? So you are crediting PL. माता फोड़ ले. ऐसे मजाक कर रहा हूँ. Means you are understanding lack of formation of journal entry. Means you are crediting PL because rectification is there. No, हंसने का बात नहीं है. हंसेंगे तो मैं भी हंस सकता हूँ. But no, this you need to understand right now, realize right now. Otherwise it will be too late. Too late. Because in CA enter, of course I will not teaching this. Correct? तो abnormal loss to PL कैसे हो गया? जादू है? No. Form, second journal entry. This is wrong. इस मैच में सब सो रहे हैं बाबा. क्या वहाँ पे कुछ ज़्यादा एसी आ रहा है क्या? ठंडा लग रहा है. कल से ब्लैंकेट लेके आओ जी. बस कुछ दुनिया चल जाते हैं. कितना अच्छा था सीए फाउंडेशन. बोल. डिस्कस्ड. बोल. Who said this journal entry? Very good. Excellent. 100% correct. 100% correct. Abnormal loss to purchase. Correct. This is 100% correct. Can you explain? एक बार रुक जाओ. I'll just give you one suggestion. Whenever we say answer, a correct answer, others will laugh only because they don't know the answer. So when others are laughing, you should be motivated because you are the person who is standing everywhere. Don't care about them. I know you know the answer. I have full confidence in you. Bata. Very good.
And this loss has been incurred due to we have purchased things and that we have lost some goods and then due to that purchase
100% correct. 100%. Before laughing, think twice on whom you are laughing. He will become CA and we need to wait. Don't laugh. And if you want to laugh, laugh on the mirror. In front of the mirror. हाँ हंसना बहुत आसान है. Think. This is CA inter class, not BCom class. Understood? And I can also laugh. But just try to understand you have done something wrong and he has given correct answer. You are not clapping. Clap कर नालायक. तो जोर से कर दे. ऐसे ऐसे कर. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. I am very much happy. ठीक है. 100% correct. Why I am happy? Because he has applied modern rules. Because he has applied modern rules. I don't know whether you have done modern rules there or not, but you have, whatever I have said, you are following that. What he said, this is a loss. The increase in loss will be debited, and this loss has been incurred due to destruction of goods. And goods is debited in purchase account. There is decrease in goods, therefore purchase will be credited. And purchase is an asset account. So there is a decrease in asset. There is a decrease in asset. So purchase is an asset account, huh? It is not an expense account. Already I have said, Syed. I said purchase is a real account. A real account means asset. Correct. What is journal entry for normal loss? What is journal entry for normal loss? No entry. 100% correct. Because you have done consignment chapter. But one doubt arises. I don't know whether this doubt you have asked or you have not asked to your teacher. But if I am a student, I will ask because I will not leave any teacher. You are also not going to leave me. Correct na? अरे बोलना रे. Not me, any teacher. पूछो जो पूछना है. ठीक है. Believe me, this type, I am just saying one thing. I don't say this type of thing, but the team which I have now, you will get expert knowledge. Expert. And believe me, I am saying you are going to teach others. Your friends will come in front of you and they will ask many things from you. Acha ye bhi, acha ye bhi, acha ye bhi. They will say out of syllabus, Baba. So you will do many things. No entry. So one question arises. The doubt is, what is my doubt as a student? Ki sir, we have done ki every transaction, yeah, every loss, yeah, everything need to be recorded. Every transaction which is of some nature, financial nature, means which can be expressed in monetary term, need to be recorded. So normal loss, some loss happened, na, some amount has been lost, na. Bolna yes or no? So why it is not recorded? This is one doubt. No entry is correct. Understood? The doubt is what? So we have done in foundation that all the transactions which can be expressed in monetary term need to be recorded. And the loss of some amount, of course some amount will be there. Suppose 1000 rupees, some amount is there. This is also 1000. You are saying abnormal loss recorded and normal loss not recorded. समझ में नहीं आया sir. So who can explain? If you can give answer, I'll give one chocolate. You know, consignment chapter normally the teacher teach and they have not taught, so something is missing then. Then something is missing.
I'm expecting this to happen.
One second.
I'm expecting.
No. Whether expected, not expected, loss happened or not. Any loss means some amount is there or not. Means it is expressed in monetary terms or not. So why you are not recording? Means I said this is a transaction event which can be expressed in monetary terms. So why the loss will not be recorded? Record and charge it to somewhere. PL में charge करो. Loss है ना. You are saying will not record. अरे you have lost something. Understood my question? Correct. This is my doubt as a student. I know the answer. I am asking you first. 1 minute, 1 minute, 1 minute, 1 minute. I am coming. इसको बोलने दे. I am coming to you. This is not conservatism. Conservatism something. Next point is conservatism. Till now I have not started conservatism. Okay, please. You will understand why it is not conservatism. Not conservatism. You see, we are saying something. यही होता बेवकूफ बना दिए. देखो कैसे बेवकूफ. नॉर्मल लॉस नॉट रिकॉर्डेड. एबनॉर्मल लॉस रिकॉर्ड. क्यों नॉर्मल प्रॉफिट वी विल अर्न विल नॉट रिकॉर्ड इट. ये कैसा है? व्हाट इज दिस? बेवकूफ बनाया जा रहा है. नॉर्मल है ना, मत रिकॉर्ड करो. I am also required. We are teaching. This is my normal fees na. Whatever I am receiving from you, my normal fees, not abnormal fees na. अरे बोल ना, normal fees I am recording or not? बेवकूफ बना दिया तेरे को. Anyone? हाँ बोल. थोड़ा better answer. But can you explain it more? I will explain if you not. But I got the answer. 100% correct. थोड़ा और better answer. अरे रुक जा. बिना बोले जो ताली बजाता है वो कौन है पता है? कुछ भी. जब मन में स्टार्ट हो जाओ. आप समझ जाते हो. रुक जा, उसको बोलने तो दे. He has given very good answer. 100% करेक्ट. बट आई वॉन्ट टू कि और अपने आप को उभारो. यू नीड टू और एक्सप्रेस योर सेल्फ. यू वॉन्ट टू पार्टिसिपेट. हो गया. डन. 100% करेक्ट. थैंक यू. मीन्स व्हाट यू आर सेइंग दैट आंसर सम डिफरेंट आंसर. ना दैट तो चलो ठीक है. 100% your answer is correct. Now I am explaining you and you what is this. Just try to understand. Everyone, this is a trading account. Trading account, and this is a PL account. Okay. Now there is no concept of trading in PL in companies. Means when I will teach you company, because normally in CA Inter there is company accountings. So now there is no concept of trading account and PL account. So now these all things become bakwas. Are you getting what I am saying? But if I am teaching you trading account, तो we write down direct expense यहाँ पर, and we write down indirect expense यहाँ पर. Correct? Means expense are of two type: direct expense and indirect expense. Means now we need to understand what are direct expense, what are indirect expense. Who will say what is direct expense, indirect expense? Suppose I am trading organization. I am not doing production. हाँ बोल ना. You only say ना. Very good. Under means, can I say this means this definition has been given by your teacher. I am giving my definition. Okay. So can I say direct expenses are those expenses which are recovered from customer. Which are recovered from customer. In a simple word. And whatever you cannot recover from customer is what indirect. Correct? In simple word. Means suppose you purchase a goods of rupees 100 and you need to pay transportation cost of rupees 10, and then you have done loading, unloading, something more you have done, that is what 5 rupees. So this become 115 total cost which you have incurred for bringing the asset. So you will add profit margin in this, and this become what? Your sale price. Means, can you say 115, even though you incurred, but you are recovering from whom? Customer. Understood? So whatever cost of whatever nature, if you are recovering from what? Customer, that become direct expense. Who will decide what to be recovered? Company or industry? Normally, if I want to recover rent, you will not come to me because my competitor is not recovering that. So we need to think what is recovered in the set market. Are you getting what I am saying? And whatever not recovered, that is charged to PL. This is the funda. Understood? Now, when we purchase goods, or we do manufacturing. I'm not going to the manufacturing right now. When we purchase goods, because manufacturing, I need to discuss your costing part. Costing will be a separate chapter in C Enter. So I don't want to go there right now. But you know, purchase trading, you know. So whenever we purchase something, so it might happen, there are some laws which are bound to happen. Normal laws. And there are some losses which will not happen in normal circumstances. Means that happen because of what? Because of management mistake. Something not done, that mistake happen. Loss due to fire. You have not taken precaution. Loss due to theft. These are abnormal loss. But normally what happens, there are some loss which are transit loss. Loading, unloading loss. For example, if I purchase cement bag, so when you load, unload, some cement will be lost. That is normal. We can't do. Correct? So what is the treatment? Ki normal loss are always recovered from customer. An abnormal loss, this is due to your fault. You cannot recover, and if you are recovering, no one will come to you. Correct now? Suppose my one batch cancelled. Last batch cancelled, we incur an expense of 2 lakh. Now I want to recover that 2 lakh from you. Will you pay me? That is abnormal loss. That is abnormal loss. Correct now? But we know there are some loss which will happen. For example, I'm just giving one example. For example, there are 35 students. Suppose. And we printed 35 material. Correct now? But we know that 1-2 student always drop out. They will not pay fees. That is normal. But we have printed 2 extra material. So that type of loss is normal, and that can be recovered. Means when I am setting my fees, that is already included. That is known to the industry. I'm just giving an example. We don't add like this. Correct? We don't add like this. Because this we are service, ना service में अलग हो जाता है. ठीक है? तो recovered or not recovered from customer. Understood? तो बताओ normal loss will come in trading की PL. बोलना रे. It is recovered from customer. It will come in trading की PL. Trading. And abnormal loss will come where? In PL. Understood? Correct? Means just try to understand. Now from this, the answer is यहाँ पर. If you have understood this, you can understand why no entry, why entry. Now you purchase what? You purchase 1000 goods at rupees 10. So how much? 10,000. This is the total purchase. Out of total purchase, let us assume I'm not going to the valuation part right now. Out of total goods, 10 goods are normal loss, and 10 goods are what? Abnormal loss. But the normal loss will be debited to which account? Normal loss will be debited to recovered from customer, to be debited to trading or PL. So it is already debited with purchase account. बोलना yes or no? Therefore no journal entry. Because with purchase account already debited to which account? Trading account. Therefore, no additional journal entry. Saying no entry is wrong. You need to say no additional journal entry. Why? Because purchase is already debited to which account? Trading account. Understood? No entry is 100% wrong. No entry how? Loss need to be recorded. But it is already recorded by way of what? Purchase account. Understood? अरे बोलना रे, बोलना रे. But abnormal loss by mistake कहाँ आ गया? Trading account, because it is also included in purchase. So what we have done? He has said one journal entry, abnormal loss to purchase. Reduce your purchase by the amount of what? Abnormal loss. So we have done one journal entry, abnormal loss to purchase, and abnormal loss account will be closed by transfer to which account? So I think in your Bachpan means CPT, Bachpan means CPT, your teacher said write down by abnormal is यहाँ पर. So automatically adjusted. However, correct entry is abnormal loss to purchase. Are you getting? So automatically adjusted. Suppose 10 into 100, 100 rupees, and this abnormal loss account will be charged to what? PL. We write on 2 abnormal loss what? 100. Understood? Understood why no entry? बोलना रे? Understood. Why? Because this will be recorded. It is wrong to say it will not be recorded. When you are saying no entry now, so it means that it is not recorded. Every loss will be recorded. This question have been asked in articleship of EY. You know EY? Big Fours. Why normal loss? First they have asked what is the journal entry of normal loss? No entry. 100% correct. But they say why? So don't say no entry. Say what? No recorded by way of purchase. Therefore no additional journal entry. Already recorded by way of what? Purchase account. Or I can say in this way, normal loss to purchase and then trading account debit to normal loss. So same effect will come now. Normal loss to purchase, then trading account to what? Normal loss. But we don't say double. The entire effect remain same. Are you getting? Therefore, for giving one effect, we say normal loss do not pass any additional journal entry. Understood now? Abnormal loss, understood why the journal entry? Abnormal loss to purchase, and then abnormal loss will be closed by transfer to which account? PL account. What is the second closing entry? PL account debit to abnormal loss. PL account debit to abnormal loss. I think you have understood. Depreciation, pehla point. Understood? Normal loss, abnormal loss, you understood? Correct. These two you have understood. I am just taking all those points which I think is a CA foundation point, but will come where? In IPCC, means CA enter. One last, which from my point of view. There are many points, but I don't want to trouble you much. Which is very important, provision for doubtful debt. This though I have found, student पता नहीं क्या बोलते हैं. Let me see whether you know or you don't know. If you know, I am happy. If you don't know, then also I am happy. Correct? At first I have said I am not checking you, I am not demotivating you, I am just knowing how much you know. I am making one relationship with you, with these two class. Correct? Understood? Now, third point from my side, which if I cover, so almost all the point which I want to teach is covered. Then if you want any other point, I will teach you. Provision for doubtful debt. Very important from examination point of view. You know doubtful debtor? Doubtful debtor means what? Raise your hand. Payment from whom is not assured. Doubtful debtor and bad debtor are same ki different? Different. Very good. So there are three type of debtor: good debtor, doubtful debtor, and bad debtor. Right now we are talking about. It means I need to come to conservatism. Conservatism. This conservatism, तो you know. ठीक है. What is conservatism? Raise your hand. Now say. Raise your hand first. I have given permission. Now say.
Future losses should be
Anyone want to change this? Be correct. Waiting. Anyone want to say this only? They want to change, they want to add some point. But I'm happy, you all are participating, बहुत मजा आ रहा पढ़ाने में, तो थोड़ा सा डिस्टर्ब करते हो बीच में. बोलो, conservatism. You want to add? अच्छा, anyone want to add? कुछ नहीं बोला अभी तक तूने. आई एम ऑब्जर्विंग एवरीवन. हाँ ठीक है, बोलना. कंजर्वेटिज्म. अच्छा, अच्छा, ये सी हैज एडेड वन वर्ड, पॉसिबल. What is the meaning of possible? अच्छा ठीक है, understood. Now, let me take example. Means in any case you more or less are same. Only you have added some good English. But his emotions and your emotions are matching. Hey, brother, sister. Our my emotions match with my sister only, not with my wife. Correct? Nalayak. Now, everyone, please. Shh. Everyone, concentrate. In a brief way, whatever they have said, we should anticipate future losses or possible losses. We should not anticipate any type of future gain. Means, suppose this is one, I am conducting one business in year 1. Correct? Year 1. So can I say in year 1 we know that there are many expenditure will incurred. For example, salary expenditure, because already we have appointed one employee. Bole yes or no? So salary expense of current year is to known. So we have recorded what? Salary account debit to cash or bank. But can I say this is anticipated? We know that this is going to happen. Because already employee is there. Correct. Similarly, I have taken building on rent for 5 years. First year we have paid, but 4 years is going to be paid. And we know it is going to be paid. Possible expenses. So my question is that whether this salary expense or rent expense of this year will be recorded. Bolo. Understood the question? Question you have not understood. What they have said, कि we need to anticipate all future possible losses. We should not anticipate any future possible gain. यही बोला ना? And you don't want to change this definition? For that particular, this year only. This year. For this year, means on this year, can we estimate these possible expenses? Yes. Because already I have one employee. And of course he is going to work in next year also. So I am anticipating some losses, means I am expecting some salary to be paid in second year or not. Yes. Similarly, I have taken one building for 5 years on rent. First year or done, second year I am expecting to pay that amount or not. Yes. Bole yes or no? Yes. So should I record the salary expense and rent expense of second year in this year? No. It means your definition is wrong. Your definition is wrong or not? You only say future losses. Future losses mean future expenses, huh? And future income or future gain. So when you are saying future possible, it is possible only. Possible or not? Are bolna re? Bolo yes. Think, realize something is missing. Something is missing or not? And why it is missing? When your teacher has given the definition, you have not asked the doubt. You have kept your doubt in your pocket. One suggestion I am giving. Don't have faith on this teacher. Whatever I am teaching may be wrong also. And then study. Correct? Of course, you need to respect me. But as a student, can I say you should be suspicious? Always think, अरे ठीक पढ़ा रहा कि नहीं पढ़ा रहा? Are you getting what I am saying? So when I have said some definition, you should have something. You just cross-check somewhere, institute study matter, whether I am teaching you correct or not. Because this is your life, your career. I have to receive benefit if you have paid the fees. Payment किया कि नहीं किया? How many have registered? How many are not registered? Why re? Why re? How many days you want? Huh? Tomorrow never comes. Nalayak. You. Jojo, unregistered, meet me after class. Huh? Unregistered, not registered. I want to discuss with some of you. Have you understood this point, what I am asking? You have said correctly because you have applied your common sense, this will not be recorded. Then to every expense will be recorded. Because every expense I expected, I am going to announce one batch in next year that is known to me. When I have announced batch, when I will conduct that batch, I will incur many expense. Should I record right now? No, that is expected. But should I record? No. So this is not conservatism. Conservatism is something different. Conservatism means, now listen, the correct definition. Correct. Conservatism means to anticipate. Correct. Anticipate. Anticipate. All expected means possible or whatever you add. Expected means which is expected expenses or losses arising from, this was missing, arising from, something was missing in the definition, your definition, arising from past event, past event, arising from past event. Nobody said you this, काट लिया, बेवकूफ बना दिया. Means what I said, salary, that is future event, na? But the employee will provide services in current year or future year. So that is future event. I will use building in current year ki future year. Future event. Therefore, that is not conservatism. Means any expected expense due to past event which is already occurred. Means I am just giving one example of conservatism. You have done sale. So there is a debtor. 2-month time was given. Correct? But already the event has occurred or not. Some amount is receivable or not. 2 months expired. He has not paid, but he is not saying that I will not pay. He is taking more time. Doubtful is there or not. So there is some expected loss due to past sale or not. Therefore, you need to record some expenses. That is provision for doubtful debt. That is provision for doubtful debt. One more example. A machinery has been damaged, destroyed before balance sheet date, and now you are expecting some repair expense in future. Repair expense in future. Expecting some expenses to be incurred in future, but due to which event? So batao, will you create provision for repair? Yes. But suppose some machinery is going to be damaged. Will you create provision for repair? No. Means conservatism means what? To anticipate all type of expenses, all type of losses, expected expense, expected losses arising from what? This was missing. However, detailed discussion once again I will do this what AS 29. But required conservatism is a part of what? CA foundation. I have never understood why teacher is not teaching or not adding this point, because if they will add, they need to explain more. And they are not explaining. Why? Because they are not in exam, they are not asking this type of question. What is conservatism? Are you getting what I am saying? Are you able to? But can you see, if you don't know conservatism, can you prepare SOPL? No. Correct? Now, provision for doubtful debt. You understood conservatism, I understood. One thing is clear, that we should not anticipate any gain. That is the conservatism. Correct? Understood? Yes. Now, provision for doubtful debt. What is the Jana entry? Batao. Provision for doubtful debt. बोल. Provision for doubtful debt to debtor. Any alternative answer? This is correct. 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 बोलो. PNL to? अच्छा. Very good. PL account debit to provision for doubtful debt. Two Jana entry I have got. Any alternative? This is done in CA Foundation ना? CA Foundation में किया कि नहीं किया? हाँ? Any some alternative answer? Provision for doubtful debt to bad debt. I mean, I'm asking only about provision. बोल. अच्छा, you are thinking. बोलो. 3 Jana entry lock करें? Lock. How many are saying first? How many are saying first? How many are saying second? How many are saying third? Balance what you are saying? None of the above? All above. बोलना रे. कुछ भी बोल दे. Second one is correct. Second one is correct. Once again, lack of understanding. Lack means you do not know how to form journal entry. Bad debt will be credited whether it is an expense or loss, expense or income. Income ki loss. Who has said is journal entry? Understood? You are crediting means you are saying it is a gain. 100% wrong. Provision for doubtful debt, but the increase in debtor, decrease in debtor. Increase in debtor, decrease in debtor. Decrease in debtor will be what? Debited ki credited? Means once again, formation mistake. Modern rules application. Correct now. This is correct. Can I say, when I am saying PL, this is direct journal entry. However, the journal entry should be like this, which is not given by any teacher, not given in ICI study material also. But if you have said this journal entry is correct from ICI point of view, but the correct journal entry is what? Expected bad debt to what? Provision for doubtful debt. Means you have created some provision for expected loss now, and then expected loss will be charged to what? PL. PL account debit to expected bad debt. So in exam in ICI study material they have given one net entry. PL account debit to provision for doubtful debt. Means PL means loss is debited to PL is debited. बोल yes or no? And provision for doubtful debt is a decrease in debtor. Decrease in debtor means what? Credited. Understood? Means what journal entry you have done? Just write down. Point number A. For you have not written anything. अरे यार छोड़ दो. I'll send you this PDF. Not every, huh? And this time, when I am writing, you write down. And if you are thinking I am not giving time, ask me, sir, what? Do time do. For this I will give. मतलब कितना लेजी है, पीडीएफ देते हैं ना जी, नलायक. So what is journal entry? PL account debit to provision for doubtful debt. Provision, F means for PDD or provision for whatever you write down. You are saying PDD na, I am saying PFDD. In exam don't write PDD. They will say come after 6 months. Correct. Understood? First journal entry. Can you say next year there may be actual bad debt? Next year. बताओ. Actual bad debt. What journal entry? So this was expected bad debt. Now actual bad debt. What journal entry? Bad debt account debit to debtor. Means one thing is clear, that debtor will decrease only when there is an actual bad debt. Means when you are creating provision, then you are not decreasing debtor account. So it means if your debtor is 1 lakh and you created 10,000 provision, so in balance sheet debtor will come how much? 1 lakh. And this provision is a separate account that is decreasing debtor, just like accumulated depreciation account. Will do minus what? Provision for doubtful debt. How much? 10,000. And what will come? 90,000. Means debtor is a separate account and provision for doubtful debt is a separate account. These are two different accounts. Correct? Understood? Now, once it become actual bad debt, then you reduce your debtor. Then it become bad debt to debtor. Understood? Correct? Then batao, this bad debt being a nominal account, it will be charged to what? It will be transferred to what? No. It will be charged to provision account. Because already you have charged PL. Check karo. So 2 times you will debit PL. Then what is conservatism? Last year only you have recorded an expense of what? 10,000. Bolna yes or no? Yes. This year once again you record? No. Last year you have recorded an expense due to which principle? Conservatism principle. Understood? So this year once again you are not going to decrease your PL. Correct? So this year it will be provision for doubtful debt account debit to what? Bad debt. If last year you have not created provision, then bad debt will be transferred to what? PL. Understood? This is the journal entry. Understood? Bolo. Any doubt? So we have done most of the points. Correct? Bolo. Whatever I have taught, I have done. Acha, one point is missed. Sorry. That is also important. This you have understood. So we have done depreciation accounting. Understood. Okay. We have done abnormal loss. Understood. We have understood provision for doubtful debt. Can you repeat with me? When you create, what is journal entry? When you create provision, what is the journal entry? PL account debit to provision for doubtful debt. For bad debt, what journal entry? Bad debt to provision. For closing bad debt account, what journal entry? Bad debt to debtor. Correct? For closing bad debt account, what journal entry? Provision for doubtful debt to bad debt. If provision was created. If no provision was created, then PL account debit to bad debt. Understood? Correct? Okay. The last. You want any special discussion? If you have something in your mind? Some special point? No? No. Then that is bad debt recovered. Means you are saying bad debt na. Already bad debt journal entry, then it become a gain. Then you pass journal entry cash account debit to bad debt recovered. That will be our gain.
He will come on credit side in trial balance.
No, because it has a credit balance decrease in debtor. Yeah, credit balance check करो. I have credited now because it has credit balance. Next year also credit balance only. If it is not written off, if this entry is not passed, if this journal entry is passed, close, account close. Understood ना? You have credited then debited तो zero हो गया ना? Understood? Yes sir. Any more doubt? I'm not going to the question because if I'll take question then foundation में चला गया then तो I'm teaching foundation only. So I'm not taking example to save my time. You want me to take one example? You understood? Understood ना? चलेगा? Any more point you want to discuss? Apart from this, start करो. Any chapter? बोलो. Oh. Now, this stock adjustment. This also, however, normally in IPCC this point may or may not come. But there is one chapter incomplete record where this type of point can be asked. Stock adjustment. Okay. Stock adjustment means opening stock, closing stock. Opening stock, closing stock. Okay. Now, can I say when we purchase goods, then we open which account? Purchase account. Means purchase account represent what? Purchase account represent what? Goods. Therefore, it is an asset. Correct? Understood? And then we use one more account, stock account. Stock account also means what? Goods, which is also an asset. Means both purchase account and stock account means what? Goods, both are asset account. Correct? But what is the difference between that? When I say purchase, that is a total purchase during the year. When I say stock, it means unsold goods at year end. Means suppose you purchase 1 lakh, out of these 80,000 sold, so your closing stock, your stock is what? 20,000. Your stock is what? 20,000. But both are initially which account? Asset account. Correct? Understood? Means when you prepare trading account, so we write down to purchase how much? 1 lakh. But as per matching concept, we have sold only 80,000 plus some profit. Bolo yes or no? Yes. Let us assume profit is 30,000. So it become what? 1 lakh 10,000. Correct. But what is my profit? What is my profit? Have you understood what I am saying? One second. Repeat. Please listen carefully because when I am teaching you now, there is something new to you. New to you means nobody has explained in this way. Correct ना? तो हो सकता है थोड़ा जल्दी ना घुसे. Correct? Understood? Once again. I said for purchase of goods, normally we open which account? Purchase account. Purchase account. And there is one more account which is used for good, that is stock account. So we normally confuse what is asset. I will say both are asset because purchase also represent what? And stock also represent what? Goods. So once you purchase, that is goods only. And at the end, whatever left, that is transferred to stock account, that is also goods. So whenever we say stock account, normally it represents unsold goods. When we say purchase, it means whatever you have purchased during the year, whether sold or unsold. Whether sold or unsold. Means 1 lakh was purchased, whether it is sold or unsold. But 20,000 represent only what? Unsold. This is समझ में आया? Have you understood? Now, when you have done purchase, you have 1 lakh. You have written trading account, how much? 1 lakh. In trading account, you write down to purchase 1 lakh. Now you have sold. I said out of 1 lakh, how much sold? But in adding some profit, na. So by sale, we done 80,000 plus profit. Let us assume 30,000. It is coming out 1 lakh 10,000. My question is that what is profit? This is 30,000. Bolo, what is the profit? Means 100%. Profit means what? 30,000 only? Means this is not my expense. Whether 1 lakh is my expense. Are bolo na. You said 30,000 correct, but 1 lakh 10 minus 1 lakh is what? 10,000 na. It means purchase 1 lakh is an expense. Are bolo na, yes or no? And what we write? Expense na. Means this should not come yahan par. Are bol na re. When you write in trading account, expense where? And income where? But whether purchase 1 lakh is an expense. So should you write down 1 lakh? Are bolna, yes or no? It means something is missing. Something is missing or not? Bolo, yes or no? You have 100% said correctly 30,000. 30,000. Because I have written what? 30,000 profit. Correct. Means when I am writing expense and income and purchase 1 lakh is not expense, that is known to us, and you are preparing expense income, can we write down 1 lakh? Therefore we don't write 1 lakh. We write down 2. Cost of sales is what? 1 lakh minus what? 20,000. That is what? 80,000. Means can I say for this one journal entry has been done? Means what journal entry that I need to explain, that is missing in your life. This buy closing stock is bakwas. Because when you say buy closing stock, it is coming credit side. Whether stock will come in credit side is an asset. Is an asset now. Therefore the correct entry is what? Everyone listen. First is purchase account debit to cash or creditor. Understood? Correct? Understood? Then we write down stock account debit to purchase. How much left? 20,000. Correct? So how much purchase become now? 1 lakh minus 20,000, which is known as either cost of sales or goods sold, or if you know one account in your bachpan, adjusted purchase account. Adjusted purchase means what? Opening stock plus purchase minus closing stock. So this is nominal account. Cost of sales or adjusted purchase nominal account, which is transferred to PL. Purchase is not a nominal account. Purchase which account? Real account. So when purchase is adjusted with stock, it become what? Expense. When purchase is adjusted with stock, it become what? Expense. Therefore, this will be what? 80,000 directly. So normally this should be prepared in this way. An entire difficulty comes from starting days when when your teacher has given a format like this: 2 opening stock, buy closing stock, 2 purchase, buy sales, and nobody explained you what is this. Profit आया ना, मजा आ रहा है. Correct? I think you have understood what I want to say. Stock adjustment. This was simple, but I have done that also. If there is any doubt, you can understand. Any point which you want to ask? Bolo. You have the because I will be, because we don't know you, so I will be teaching for 2.5 hours. You want बीच में break और चलेगा? आदत है ना? 2.5 hours. So in between you require 5-minute break. If you want, I will give. पक्का? You want? Who want? चेहरा दिखाओ. You want? Understood? अब तो हो गया. Correct. अब क्या चाहिए? Conclude कर रहा हूँ. ठीक है. So have you understood this purchase and stock adjustment also? Yes, sir. Correct. Understood? Yes, sir. I'm just recalling any point which I have left, because from next day we'll do what? Enter only. बात हो गया. Only one question is pending. बताओ what? Asset. I want answer from you. Now you can ask any other person who have done. I want to conclude by saying something. कि once CA enter. एक बार रुक जाओ. Give me some time to say thank you speech. So what I am saying, कि of course from next day or whatever, your CA inter is going to start. I always say you all will become CA, but there is one star mark. He only deserving candidate become CA. Deserving. Everyone to can't become CA, and everyone should not become CA also. Understood? Otherwise, it will be like engineers. Correct? So everyone's in my class should become CA, but there is star mark, deserving. It should be deserving. And when I say the first attempt should be the only attempt in your life. The first attempt should be the only attempt. Second attempt, third attempt, bolo hi mat. You said we have only one attempt. November 2020. Correct? We have only one attempt, November 2020. So write down somewhere your target is November 2020. Then